Before the coming of the Great Crusade, deep in the Himalayan gene labs of Terra, the Emperor of Mankind summons his loyal partner, Malkador the Sigillite, to pitch his final draft of the Primarch project in the Build-A-Boy workshop.
My Emperor, am I to understand you've completed your blueprints for the last of the Primarchs? Are we ready to forge your sons?
Yes, I figured out the perfect balance of command staff, and the 20th will be the very best.
You say each of your boys will be the best. I'm worried you haven't taken any of my concerns into account.
They will be the best, and I've thought this through. I have all your concerns covered.
Explain.
Well, the first is simply perfect. A supreme warrior and a shrewd commander.
But?
Missing a certain je ne sais quoi. So, we take care of that with the second. Perfect, but in an indescribable way.
I thought perfection was the whole point of the third.
Yes, the second is indescribably perfect, so I need the third to never stop describing perfection. Of course, that will likely get annoying, so I've made the fourth perfectly stoic.
Which I pointed out will be boring, to the point of being perturbing.
So we're making the fifth a real wild man. Independent and prone to horseplay.
I thought the sixth was a wild man.
He's wild too, but I also put that dog in him, you know?
But what kind of galaxy would such generals build?
One filled with forts. The seventh will love building forts.
You can program that into their genes?
Of course. I can see the future, dude. Makes this boring science stuff stupid easy. That's why I gave 8 and 9 my future vision.
Both of them.
Yeah, but 9 gets wings too.
Wings?
Neat, right? That maybe a little too neat, so I made 10 just like a very regular tough guy.
That explains why 11 is so unspeakably...
Exactly. So much so that I decided to make 12 different, special. She's gonna be kind and sweet and soft, but, strong. Fundamentally good. A guy so nice, it would take lobotomizing hate machines being nailed into his brain to turn him evil, you know?
What an image. I'm not sure he'll be angry enough to do the job. But I like your designs for the 13th. Very practical.
And theoretical, though regrettably forgettable. I doubt we'll have many opportunities to use him for marketing. I love the 14th, though. I made him crazy tough. He could do a neti pot of, straight chlorine. And he has an iron stomach for knocking back brewskis.
Invulnerable to malady, then. Very nice. But 15 is vulnerable. All that psychic power will leave him open to the warp's influence.
But we're both super psychers, too. And we're, normal and really cool.
That's true, my Emperor. And I see you're given 16 and 17 are unmatched riz as well.
Which can't possibly backfire.
I have to say, sir, I still don't see how you've taken care of my primary concerns. There's too little diversity of design here. There's no eye to subtlety with any of these models. And you clearly haven't given a single thought to my recommendations about including women.
That's why I made 18 so black. He's very black. Literally. How can anyone say I have diversity problems now? I even made him unkillable.
I don't think that's how that works. And again, none of these Primarchs seem focused on subterfuge, or spycraft. Some of the most fundamental elements of warfare.
And that's why a 19 is Stealth Boy Supreme. And 20? I've really outdone myself with 20. He's smart, sneaky, charismatic, and...
And there's 2 of him. Oh my.
Double trouble, baby. This will perfectly round out the family dynamic. Every big family dramedy needs some twin-time hijinks. Just imagine the possibilities for pranks.
Pranks are essential to a well-conducted war. I must say, you may have finally cracked the code. With all these Primarchs, we'll at long last be able to deliver mankind from old to night. All of the lost.
And the damned. Welcome, all listeners, new and old, to episode 7 of the Lost and the Damned podcast. A podcast where we come together once a month to read a book from the Horus Heresy in order. We're reading the whole thing in order, and today we're on book 7, Legion by Dan Abnett. I am the Damned. My name is Uncle. And with me, as always, we have...
I am the Lost, and my name is Faden. And what a book. What a book.
This really is an interesting one. This feels like the second kind of one-off in the series so far. A book that stands alone, tied to the plot, but not a direct continuation of any of the stories. This follows the Alpha Legion. I think arguably the coolest Legion we've seen so far. Very, very interesting story. Very interesting Primarch. Alfarius, the youngest Primarch, maybe? The youngest Legion, maybe. This one's all about spies and intrigue, and it is interesting. A lot of interesting ideas, interesting terms, interesting vocabulary.
The way you say interesting sounds like a threat at this point. I'm not gonna lie.
It does, and you know what? It's not always bad. Actually, it's often good. This book's, I think you described it when we were talking about it before. There's a lot of peaks and valleys with Dan Abnett.
Yes.
And you see that here. There's some weird ideas. The romance angles are, again, interesting. We'll explore exactly what that means. What are your initial thoughts or things to say for Legion, Book 7 of the Horus Heresy?
Yeah, my initial thoughts are always, I was a little down on this when I finished it. I went, well, that was alright, but nothing truly, mind-blowing is the wrong word, but nothing that felt, I didn't feel, passionate about it in a way. I didn't feel engaged thinking about it and turning it in my head like I thought I would. But as the days went on, as we also had some previous discussion, I actually really like turning this book around in my head for the most part. It is a fun thing to contemplate. It is a fun book to think about, and it's just kind of a Dan Abnett, I've said, is a stuff happening guy and not really a good prose sort of person, and that's still true in this. I think I maybe have one or two highlighted moment where I went, oh, the pros are actually really good here. Nice job, Dan.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this is another stuff's happening book.
Yeah, it's kind of a series of events. They're interesting events for the most part.
Yes.
One thing that you don't really see a lot of at least in the two books we've seen so far from Dan Abnett is really genuine, interesting character growth. Especially in this one, I don't really think you see any character change at all over the course of this story. They're all kind of just themselves, being themselves to the end, and that
it's just their circumstances that change.
Yes. So very flat characters and lots of characters. Many named characters, many interesting sci-fi terms, and terms stolen from many cultures from all around the world, all throughout history, all blended together to create these interesting army units. There are a lot of mortals in this story, a lot who all variously become agents and spies.
Well, mortals asterisks. We'll get, mortals, but asterisks.
Non-Astartes. Yeah. Gene, bred, and modified in some cases individuals.
Bred and ready to go.
Yeah, I would say my reading experience for this one, this is only my second time reading it ever, I think. I think I listened to the audiobook of this once, maybe. I remember parts of it. I did not remember most of it. And I don't know. I think my first read, a lot of it was just kind of glancing off my brain. I was just reading my way through it. I wasn't really reacting to it or thinking much about it. It was just things happening. It wasn't a bad read. There wasn't really a point where I was yikes, other than at a few moments of racism and sexism
and women stuff. The typical Warhammer yikes moments, right? Yeah. As you probably heard by now, if you've been listening to this podcast, it's just, we have some opinions on Warhammers and the types of yikes it can deliver to us.
Yeah, there are some really special forms of yikes in this one. But at no point did it make me stop and go, well, I just can't read this anymore.
Yeah,
just
thankfully
strange
no
little
Warhammer
moments.
book has done that yet.
No, certainly not. Not yet. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll find one.
I don't think we will.
I doubt it.
Pretty good at separating.
It doesn't really seem like the kind of reader either of us is.
Yeah, we can read things that don't agree with our politics. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We're reading Warhammer.
Yeah, it's there's some fun stuff in here. I really like this Legion. I want to say that again. This is a cool Legion. These guys are interesting. The spark notes, the cliff notes. The cliff notes of what the Alpha Legion is they're the Spy Legion, they're the Sneaky Legion, they're the Infiltrator Legion,
pragmatic,
and pragmatic, and the motif with them is who knows which guy's which within their Legion, who knows which guy's even the Primarch, and who knows whose side they're even on. And I think that's actually played with pretty well in this book. Even the people they serve with, as we'll find, really struggle to trust them. And this is 2 years before the Horus Heresy kicks off. That's when the events of this book takes place. Mm-hmm. Well before Horus goes nutso.
Well before, I mean, not well before, but, there is a point in this book where Horus is not the War Master, and then at the other part, he is.
Yeah. Yep.
I almost said other half. This book is also structured in a really weird way.
It is. It's paced kind of weird. there's also just a ton of dialogue in this piece,
especially the beginning.
Yeah, a lot of dialogue, a lot in the beginning, especially a lot of just like lists and long, lengthy descriptions of scenes and imagery. It feels really padded at points to me.
This is the guys' book. There's so many guys in this book.
There's so many guys, and a lot of them are pretty interesting. Most of them are somewhat unique, or at least
the rest of them are just
funny
Iraqi
name.
troopers, like U.S. Iraqi soldiers.
Yeah, I mean this. It really feels more Afghanistan to me. But yes, definitely the U.S. War on Terror era novel for sure.
Yeah, we're back in Iraq, we're back in Afghanistan, but also we're doing a bit of Vietnam style dialogue. That's the other thing. It's Vietnam movie dialogue.
Yeah, like let's dance.
Come on, girls, pick it up. Which very funny in the context of this Imperial regiment.
Really interesting blends of cultures and historical references throughout this piece. Lots of. Again, I keep using this word, interesting choices. Lots of interesting choices, Dan.
Right. And that's the thing, because it's hard to describe. It's hard to land, actually. Not describe. It's hard to land on a specific feeling for this book. It just you keep flipping it over and coming away with a different feeling, I feel like.
It's kind of hard to have an opinion on things happening.
It kind of is.
So do you want to hit it with your summary, or should we read the back of the book? What should be our next step?
You know what? Let me read the back of the book, because we're going to continue the trend of the back of the book is not what the book's about.
Although I do like the cover this time. I got to say, I like the cover this time. It's a cool scene in the book.
That is true. It's actually a scene in the book.
Yeah, it's actually a scene in the book. It's actually an important character, like front and center. It's decently framed. Not the worst. Certainly not the worst.
Right. It's still Fallout 3 poisoned.
Right.
Where it's just
flat colors.
The muddy color palette just refuses to leave these books.
It's of its era. What is this? 2008, I think.
Something like that.
2008, 2009.
Let me look
read
at
it to us.
2008 is when this came out. A great war is coming, and it will engulf the Imperium of Man. The Space Marines of the Alpha Legion, the last and most secretive of all the Astartes Brotherhoods, arrive on a heathen world to support the Imperial Army in a pacification campaign against strange and uncanny forces. But what drives the Alpha Legion? Can they be trusted, and what side will they choose when the Great War begins? Loyalties are put to the test, and the cunning schemes of an alien intelligence revealed in this latest installment of the groundbreaking sci-fi series as the fate of mankind hangs in the balance. When I first read this, I thought it was mostly talking about loyalties are put to the test in terms of the Alpha Legion, which just doesn't happen. So you know what? The back of the book does make sense in this one if you know that it's not about the Alpha Legion in that way. Yeah, this is the first Legion that is extremely different in the sense of just warfare.
In all senses, really. In the way they interact with one another, with outsiders, in how they approach hierarchy, in many ways. How they approach combat.
Civilians, even.
Civilians,
which is wild.
Yeah. Interesting. These guys are different, and I like that. I think it's time for something a little different. I think the legions that we've seen so far can feel a little samey sometimes, despite their unique insanities.
Yeah, samey even most of the time emotionally, especially, I don't know, the Death Guard and the Luna Wolves don't really feel that different to me, really, at the end of the day.
No. And the Iron Hands are have a lot of similarities with both of them too. A lot of them are just tough, stoic fighter guys, you know?
Right. I mean, the Emperor's Children gets away with this by having the most neurotic freaks ever.
They're fancy lads.
They're fancy lads, and they eventually make the death tuba.
Yes, that's a good way to describe it. I like that.
Ready for the one-sentence summary?
Give it
for
to us.
Legion. The Alpha Legion uses various pressure points and proxies to discover Horus's impending treachery.
Excellent. The question is, what will they do? We've got a pretty good answer by the end.
Yeah, an interesting one, really. Honestly, that I was genuinely surprised by the end of this book. I really like the end.
Yeah, I think although there aren't any real twists that really floor you in this text, the surprises are good enough.
No, there's one that floored me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Floored me.
Important to remind our audience, for those of you new or who've somehow forgotten, Faden is the Lost because Faden doesn't Warhammer. This is the only real Warhammer Faden's been exposed to outside of Rogue Trader and Mechanicus and like
Battlefleet Gothic.
Battlefleet Gothic. So like a couple of video games that are one of which is lore heavy, but is 40K. And
well,
then,
it's so much lore that I couldn't keep it all in my head.
Right? Yeah, a lot did kind of glance right off your memory when I brought it up later. I mean, it's a dense game. But this is, I mean, besides the previous 6 Horus Heresy books, this is your, this is like the only exposure you've had. So yeah, certain identities are surprises for you.
Very surprising. Should I read the summary for part 1?
Do
Reptile
it.
Summer. All right.
Yes.
Hurtado Bronzi?
Bronzy.
All right, starting from the beginning. Hurtado Bronzi and Peter Snoka?
Seneca? Sonica.
How would I get Sonica from that?
Hang on a sec. Hang on. Let me look at it again. I'm trying. I'm going from my own memory. We might have to retake this. Hang on.
Look, Bronzy and Snoka are members of the Imperial...
Bronzy and Ahsoka, yeah.
Bronzy and Ahsoka, my favorite Jedi, are members.
Hang on.
Oh God, these names in this are
Sonica. It's Sonica. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Sonica. I from the audiobooks, I remember it being Sonica.
I'm probably you're probably right. So.
Bronzy meaning bronze, by the way. Sonica meaning gold.
So true.
Yeah.
Hurtado Bronzy and Pedo, not Pedo, Jesus, Pedo.
Yeah.
Christ.
Which is not much better, but Peto. Peto.
Peto.
Yeah.
Peto Sonica are members of the Imperial Regiment Geno 5-2 Chiliad.
Yeah.
5-2 are genetically engineered soldiers. Sonica survives a brutal assault by the Nerthine?
Yeah, Nerthine.
Due to the intervention of the Alpha Legion. The Alpha Legion is comprised of Astartes who, in various situations, declare that they are the Primarch Alfarius. Meanwhile, a member of a powerful cross-species organization called the Cabal have their agent, John Grammaticus, set up a meeting with the Alpha Legion. John uses and falls in love with Uxar Ruxana Saeed to hide in the ranks of the Geno 5-2. Lord Commander Namatajira has one of his Lucifer Blacks, Shane, investigate the cascading actions of John. After a close call, John escapes to contact the Cabal, who informed him that the Nerthine have a black cube, a chaos device that requires great sacrifice to destroy a planet. Sonica and Bronzy are both recruited as Alpha Legion agents. They rescue Uxar Ruxana from the Lord Commander Namatajira and give her to the Alpha Legion. When a terrible storm concealing the last of the Nerthine forces sweeps over the Imperium forces, John tells Alfarius that the planet is doomed. Alfarius meets with the Lord Commander, and together they evacuate the planet as best as possible. John is now prisoner of the Alpha Legion.
a very lengthy summary because this book has very few parts to it.
Yeah, it has two parts.
This is essentially half the book. Yeah.
Not even half, takes all the way to like 300?
So far more than half, yes.
Because the first few chapters comprise of 30 pages, usually, in the first part. And then in the back part, we're at like John Patterson style chapters where it's like 2 to 3 pages a chapter.
Yeah. Blam, blam, blam.
It's wild. It's wild.
Is. Maybe that's a part of Dan Abnett's things happening writing style, you know? Like by the time we're reaching the end of the story, we're spiraling down. Bam, 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 bam.
This is a common issue with these books, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The pacing is wild. Very inconsistent.
I don't know what's happening here, but the editors need to do their job.
I think we've said before, it often feels like there just is not an editor. Like there might be like a lore editor. I guarantee there are multiple lore editors. Like, we can or can't say this, or can or can't do that. But in terms of like a normal editor who looks at the words and the structure and the chapter lengths and the pacing and helps the writer construct the piece, that kind of editor, I don't know that they're here.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
Or they don't know what pacing is, which is a damnable quality in an editor.
Yeah. Who knows? I often feel like Games Workshop's writing department seem like quite the black box. I mean, some of the authors are pretty open, and I haven't bothered looking for that many interviews with them, but who knows why they do what they do.
One might call it a black cube.
Oh, hey.
Okay, I will leave. So, should we talk about the Geno 5-2 Chiliad? Like, what their deal is?
Yeah, they're apparently the inspiration for the Space Marine Legions to some extent, because they're gene bred. Do you have an efficient description of how this is done?
They harvest the eggs of the Uxors.
Yeah.
That's
the Uxors, the female troops who are
female command units. Right?
Units who are vaguely psychic, like they're like very, very faintly psychic and have a specific bond connection to the troopers who are bred from their eggs.
Uxor means wife in Latin too.
Yes.
Which is
so they're the wives of the army. They're the army wives.
They're not the wives of the army. They're the wife mommies of the army.
Wife moms. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots happening here on
and
that.
They can incept rules or not rules. They can incept commands to their troops and feelings, and like they can kind of do like a battle meditation, like a Bastila
Yes. Oh my God,
Republic
this
battle
is just
meditation.
battle meditation.
Yes.
This is just battle meditation.
They're basically just doing battle meditation to their boy soldiers who are all ripped, except for the hetmen, because the hetmen are different. They're all like imported, right? Like the non-commissioned officer style soldier guys in charge of these different like battalions are all like imported from other regiments outside of the Geno 5-2 to keep tactical approaches fresh or something like that.
I didn't realize. I thought they were transferred between the Geno 5-2's different divisions, like the dancers and the clouds
maybe
and stuff.
Maybe that is what it is. Yeah,
but they're still genetically from the Uxors.
No, you're right, because they can get septed too. Duh.
They can get septed too.
Yeah, you're right. So they get transferred around. But yes, they are big, bulky boys, and they have a reputation for being like tactically savvy units. They are also very paranoid, very internally regulatory, and paranoid of outside inspection from other units and from superiors.
Company first, Imperium second, Gene before Gino.
Yeah, Gene before Gino.
Wild.
So, company first, Imperium second. It's kind of, given what we hear
Cool.
from all, it is cool, and it's very, that is an attitude you haven't seen anywhere else so far from loyalists.
Yeah. And this is what I mean. This is what I want Warhammer to do, is to show us these things instead of show us the same things in a slightly different color configuration.
This is supposedly an Imperium of 1 million worlds. 1 million planets, each of which probably has multiple cultures. Finally, we're seeing some variety here.
Yeah.
I like it. And I like the other army units, too, besides the Geno 5-2. We got the spiky boys, the Thorns, with like their metal armor covered in these psionic barbs that, like, it seems like they can like track people as they approach and attack, and you can get stabbed if you get too close, I guess, from their barbed armor. And then the other guys, I don't know, the Ultramars,
well, the Lucifer Blacks, right?
Oh, and we've also got the Lucifer Black companions, the best of the best super soldiers who are not genetically modified. Very hardcore, totally emotionless. Their commander, Chain, was a former child soldier. A commander of child soldiers.
Yeah, is it Chain or Shane? I thought it was Shane.
In the audiobook, it's Chain.
Man, I'm never... A little bit about me. I'm bad with names. I'm even worse with Warhammer names. Though the last podcast, I was nailing them because they were just biblical names, and apparently I just have that unlocked.
Yeah, it's spelled Chayne, correct? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Chain. Anyway,
also
he's scary.
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of a dope. I don't know. Yeah. He seems like he constantly is 4 steps behind everyone.
He definitely is successfully fooled every time someone tries to fool him. He's just really violent and scary.
Yeah, that's the part. He's extremely violent.
Yeah. I like Bronzy. He's brash and silly, and he's in charge of the Jokers. That's great.
And he's a Joker himself.
He is quite the Joker. He has the hots for his
Uxor.
Yeah, has the hots for his Uxor.
Honan
Mu, who is so very black. Is how she's described. So very black and with enormous eyes. I feel like every black person in Warhammer is described as very black. Like,
yes.
Why? Are they trying to like say we're not racist? Our black characters are very black, but that's the phrasing they use. Now
enter Lord Commander Navatajira, which is a lot.
Yeah, Navatajira, also described as very black. He
also
is
named after an Aboriginal painter from Australia.
Yeah, who's famously like horribly abused and treated as a second-class citizen by the Australian government.
His painting was his paintings were so good. They're like, well, I guess we'll let this Aboriginal be a citizen.
Yeah. Navatajira is the only character in the book who has slaves. And
also just sucks.
He just sucks. Yeah, he's
has
just
an anger
awful.
problem.
He does have drip though. He has a sick outfit.
Drip?
All of the commanders have the sickest outfits, and the scene that's described that you see on the cover of this book, where all these troops are kneeling before the Primarch, who's marching up to Navatajira to, as we find out, pledge loyalty to him. In service to him. That's cool and interesting. This is the first Legion that feels like they actually understand that their role is to serve mankind, whereas everyone else seems to just think, well, we're the best, and that's why we should get to tell everybody what to do after we're done murdering everybody else.
Or at least they play the role well, right?
Because right. They're definitely still playing the role of we decide, but they understand the politics.
Yes.
Yeah. They have at least some grasp of it. They have a grasp of philosophy as well. And they're interesting. You don't actually learn that much about the Alpha Legion in this book, other than they're secretive. They like to switch identities and fool people.
Right.
Stealth tactics.
I think you do, though, learn a lot just by contrast, right? when you have the way the Astartes have been painted so far, especially in these books, when the Alpha Legion comes in, you kind of get their deal immediately because of how vastly different they are.
Right. Whereas all the other legions do, like, they have like a palpable disgust for secrecy and for subterfuge, unless it's absolutely necessary. They feel like they need the greatest justifications if they're going to trick somebody.
Or it's their frat.
Yeah, the Alpha Legion is just like, no, this is just like what we do. Like, that. Why would we not be sneaky? Like, how does that not act as a force multiplier? Like, why would we not want to be secretive? Like, they hide the identities of their Primarch. They one really interesting feature of their Legion is they
all know one phrase: "I am Alfarius."
They will almost all claim to be Alfarius. They all kind of look the same. They make an effort to look similar to one another. And only super genius mega psychics like the badass and very cool John Chromaticus.
The world's most pathetic man.
Yeah, the world's most pathetic man. World's worst spy.
Come and get me, fuckers. Why did I write that note down?
Yeah. Just completely ignoring basic stealth protocol because I'll just trust my psychic ability. It'll get me through it.
He's a man of love.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah,
Someone
everybody but John thinks the Alpha Legion troopers all look basically exactly the same. Tiny height variations. And what's interesting is the Primarch Alfarius is like the shortest Primarch, and his troops, the Alpha Legion Astartes, are famously like all much taller than other Astartes. So the Primarch's height is pretty dang close to the rest of his guys, which is not the case for other legions, which makes it even easier for them to trick people.
My favorite bit is they all love pretending to be Alfarius. It's one of their favorite things to do. It's like,
dress up as
like,
dad.
Oh, how is it, bro? It's like, it's so good, bro.
Yeah.
It's truly putting on your dad's shoes to go to work as a kid. It truly is.
And then we also have Omegon, who is the leader of the stealth squad. Ha ha ha. That's a funny joke amongst the Astartes, that Omegon is the leader of their stealth squad. And we'll save the surprise for when the surprise comes, because who knows? People listening, you might be new to Warhammer 2. Omegon is he's often the character who's more of the naysayer than the other Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion characters are all pretty in lockstep with each other in terms of their perspective. Their emblem is the Hydra because they're all many heads of one body.
Right. Well, you cut off a head, another appears. Right? Is another, I think, specific line they use.
Yes. On the tabletop, Alpha Legion always has a rule of some kind along the lines of one of your characters is your commander and he's Alfarius and he has all these special rules, and as soon as he's dead,
I'm Alfarius.
As soon as he dies on the table, you just choose another character or squad leader or something and say, oh well, this is Alfarius actually. Actually, fun. Yeah, that's a really fun rule. And that's and they also get lots of bonuses for their like their cult members, like any non-Astartes humans, mortal humans in their army get lots of fun bonuses. And this is a legion that works very well with the army forces that they fight alongside.
They don't look down on them. They treat them like a part of the legion, which is wild. With
respect, and even because lots of legions love to sacrifice the non-Astartes in battle, just throw them at the enemy like slop water. And the Alpha Legion in the very first conflict, first battle we see in this book, have actually gone out of their way to tell the forces who are being used as a diversion and a sacrifice, like, hey, we're gonna use you as a diversion and a sacrifice. Like, we just got to be real with you, man. And then they run in and rescue them as best they can when the diversion or when the trap is pulled off, sinking out of the sand or sneaking out of the sand in the middle of the night, commando style. Very interesting, very different.
should we kind of talk about like the mystery of it all at the start of the book, where the Geno 5-2 find this body that has this weird brand reptile lizard symbol,
which is, frankly, this is the dumbest thing about the Alpha Legion. They brand every single one of their agents with their very obvious emblem that they paint all over their own shit. How stupid is that? That's just dumb. What brand?
That part confused me.
Makes no fucking sense, except to create intrigue. And you know what? Maybe that's the point. Maybe they're doing it on purpose. Maybe it was a
just
test.
Like John.
Yeah, maybe leaving that body out there was a test to see which of these troopers would be smart enough to notice something was up. But yeah, the troopers find a body that ain't the body it's supposed to be, and it's got this weird lizard brand, and we know the local Nertheans are lizard worshippers. This is reptile summer, baby. Yeah, hot lizard summer.
I have this quote from, I can't remember if it's Alfarius or another one, but this is in response to like Alfarius letting the dancers, which is the name of the squad, die.
Yeah.
We live in a brutal, callous galaxy, Het. Like for like is the only way we can deal with it. We must make sacrifices, and no matter what others say, sacrifices always hurt. Which, hell yeah. Yeah.
They're honest, they're real, they're human. This feels like the most human Legion by far. They're not apart, they're just bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a perspective that I have wanted in these books.
Yeah.
It's nice to finally get it.
These are big brother Astartes, helping out they're helping out the little guys, or at least being real with them. Yeah. So they end up Bronzy ends up taking in the corpse. Where is he specifically taking it? After they do the autopsy, trying to take it back into command
to the Alpha
by himself.
Legion.
Oh, to the Alpha Legion.
Well, they take it to the command.
He's not trying to take it to the Alpha Legion, but that's where it goes. It gets intercepted. The guy with him gets blown up by the Astartes, gets shot because apparently he's chaos corrupted by a piece of bone that got splinted into him by a suicide bomber. What? I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Nerthine that is just very.
They're chaos worshipping sand dwellers.
They're chaos worshipping Middle Eastern people.
Yeah,
that's just straight up what it is.
They have primitive gunpowder weapons, and they love swords. They love using curved swords, not scimitars, falxes, which are swords curved the other way. Very cool sword, by the way. Falxes are sick, but
I never looked at a falx.
Yeah, they're really cool. Look it up. But they love to suicide bomb, I guess.
Right.
And
that's a falx. Yep.
And the claim is that a piece of infected chaos bone got into this other trooper, and that somehow was turning him to chaos, and that's why they had to kill him. I don't know. Maybe they had to kill him for other reasons, and that's just the lie they told Bronzy. Who knows? But. Yeah, this is another interesting thing, actually, about the Alpha Legion that sets them apart. Again, 2 years before the Horus Heresy, they know what chaos is. Yes. This is the one Legion that the Emperor has trusted with knowledge of chaos. There's one other Primarch who knows of chaos that we'll discover later, who the Emperor has talked about chaos later. We're not too far from 1,000 Suns. But his Legion is, to an extent, ignorant of chaos. The Alpha Legion actually kind of knows what it is. There are powerful, primordial, sentient forces in the warp that are always trying to fuck shit up. And the War of the Imperium, the Great Crusade, conquering the galaxy, is a war against chaos. They know that already. They've been trusted with that knowledge, and even not just their Primarch, the Astartes, they know what chaos is to an extent. The Cabal, those aliens who or Grammaticus is working for think they have a primitive understanding of chaos. But I mean, when they describe their understanding of it, they're not wrong.
Yeah. It's one of those things where the Cabal just says, well, we came with it first, so obviously we have a better understanding.
Yeah. We're older than you, and that means
humans
you're
are
babies.
dumb and gross and icky.
Dumb weed species, monkeys. Monkey is actually what the Eldar call us. Monkey. Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I say whatever. Speaking of words, I will say this book immediately put me off, though. I think we are all adults here. I think people reading Warhammer can handle the word fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Just say fuck.
Because
please,
boy, does
don't say
Bronzy...
fug.
Yeah, Bronzy loves fug. Everything is fugging this, fugging that. You know, maybe this is just... Maybe it's not a childish thing. Maybe it's just Dan Abnett doing Dan Abnett sci-fi language, like sept. Instead of inception psychic powers, it's septing his flect tech for the telescreens that appear in reflected water for John Grammaticus.
I did not know that. I was like, what the fuck is flecking? What the fuck is this?
It's a reflection. Seption. Yeah, the septing from the Uxors is inception. Okay. Right. Sending ideas to people.
Fug is different than both of those, though, right?
No, it is, but it's a weird, dumb little bastardization of language.
I hate it.
I don't know.
I hate it. If they can say shit, they can say fuck. I'm sorry. They do say shit in this book. They can say fuck.
Yeah. It should be shid. Really.
Shid.
Oh, shid. Missed opportunity, Dan. Why not change all the cuss words? Come on, man.
Could we change John Grammaticus for a little bit since we mentioned the Cabal?
Yeah, we'll get back to the corpse and how that... ultimately, Bronzy gets picked up by the Alpha Legion, and they make him an agent because, well, he knows secrets now. So because that dead body was actually one of their agents. That's why it was not matching what they thought it should be. But let's talk about John.
He sucks.
John sucks.
And I think this book does a good job of showing how much he sucks, right?
Yeah. At first, I wasn't. I was sure that we were supposed to think John's cool, actually. And there are a few moments where it's like, oh, he's just so good that he just...
Well, it's when he does the Matrix, right?
Yes.
Fucking fist fights a Lucifer Black.
Yeah. Gouges his eyes out through the visor screen and
punches him so hard that
his
chest
punch
plate caves in.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. His kung fu abilities are unmatched. Right. He's also, just super, he could psychically suggest all kinds of shit. He's got max charisma psychic abilities.
Well, he has the ability
to
understand any language. Yeah.
Understand and speak any language in any dialect. And he also has just these insane perceptive abilities of all sorts. He's super spy, super powerful. Apparently, just like a super, extremely powerful psyker.
Yep. And also, that's importantly, I wish I had an alert symbol. I'm never gonna make an alert symbol, but alert, Emperor fact alert. The Emperor,
that's right,
has met John Grammaticus.
Yes, and boy was he scary. His true form that John Grammaticus apparently glimpsed for a moment was absolutely horrifying to John. Now, the power unmatched.
New Emperor fact? ? He's a hive mind? ?
What gives you the indication he's a hive mind?
Because John says it was like gazing into a hive mind.
So there are a couple ancient lore things about the Emperor. So the Emperor is one of those characters that does have, at this point, by the end of the Horus Heresy, a fairly firmly established origin of sorts. You get some solid details, but one of the old lore backgrounds for the Emperor, this is not necessarily 100% canon, this is maybe this is where he came from kind of thing, is that the Emperor is like a collective reincarnation of many ancient psychic sages who committed ritual suicide as a community so that they could be simultaneously reincarnated as one ultimate being to ultimately save the galaxy from an impending doom they foresaw thousands of years in the past. So maybe the Emperor is a gestalt of many psychic entities. There are things that would suggest that's not the case. We're going to get different lore features for him later that I'm not going to spoil for you. But that's an old Warhammer concept for the Emperor.
That's why I'm putting he is a hive mind ?
Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it. At this point in the Horus Heresy, with what they've shared with us, yeah, he is a hive mind ? Another feature of the Emperor is that he can show any face he wants. So he will appear. He has glamour abilities, right? Where he can appear pretty much
ability.
Any way he wants to appear, he will appear to anybody basically.
Oh no,
and John just happened to see right through to his true form when they shook hands.
He has second age Sauron ability.
There you go. But yeah, John's met the Emperor, and he is not an Imperial. He's a Cabal member.
Yes, alive for 700 years, extended his life.
Yeah,
thanks to the Cabal. Fucking Uxor, Ruxana.
Ruxana, yeah.
When they were intimate, he cried. But
Yes,
don't worry, he'll talk shit about women wanting sex.
Oh yeah, he does not like the Uxors in training.
No,
that's
because they're all horny, right? Because you remove the ovaries.
They're childish, yeah.
You remove the ovaries, and according to John, for some inexplicable reason, this like increases their sex drive.
Yes.
And I'm like, I need you to stop, book. I just don't need you. They could just be horny ladies, but
they really could.
Disdain he has for like them wanting to bone a soldier, and I think this disdain is kind of from all perspectives because others think this about them too. This is like a common thought people have about the AIDS is God, they just want to fuck. I hate them.
Bunch of hussies.
Childish. Yeah.
Ew.
Gross. I hate that.
Yeah, that's probably one of the ickiest bits in this book. Is the description of their horny little minds that just disgust him.
Also, women peak at 28.
Yeah, that's right. The over time, like around the time they hit 30, the Uxors lose their powers.
It's legitimately 26 and 27 they start to lose it, and like 28 they're done.
Yep.
And they might as well be considered dead.
And they have to become either like medics or advisors. And they really resent it too. Boy, is there that obnoxious jealousy angle that all women hate each other. They're all jealous of each other.
It's just it's Warhammer.
It's Warhammer. Yep.
This is where like Descent of Angels. It was nice having a break from this because women weren't in it.
Yeah. Yeah,
so John
he gets
right.
He gets all weepy over how he's using Ruxana. He's like, "Oh, I'm putting her in danger, but I love her, and the sex is so good, and I haven't loved someone in hundreds of years." And
terrible.
And he feels so bad. He's like, "But I am gonna use her though."
But that won't stop me from doing it.
Yeah, I mean, she's already in danger. I'm gonna get something out of it. Come on.
I like the Alpha Legion basically luring him. Partially, he was also lured by Chaos too, but the Alpha Legion luring him to just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell are you following us? And as he informs them, hey, we gotta do a meeting. The Cabal, they want to talk to you, Alpha Legion. The impending war.
Yeah, the Cabal. I really actually, The Cabal is an almost 1-to-1 of Ian M. Banks' The Culture series. Some of my favorite sci-fi ever. Like, actually really good sci-fi.
I love that you say this almost every episode. It's great. I know. You always bring up The Culture.
It's because it's better. It's just so much better.
If you're listening to this and thinking, I should read the Warhammer books, apparently not, just read The Culture.
Yeah, I mean, read both. If you want something pulpy and like sci-fantasy, then Warhammer's that. If you want high sci-fi concepts and really interesting, interesting, intentional, thoughtful, original design of the novels, they're pretty unique and interesting. I
have a question about The Culture.
Yeah, but anyway, this is the Cabal is basically The Culture.
Right, but I have a question about The Culture, real quick.
Yeah.
In The Culture, is there a torrent of tiny little man-eating lizards that flood a house?
Maybe. I mean, I haven't read all the books. I mean, there is lots of weird little sci-fi stuff like that.
I love the
it wasn't the Cabal,
book, though.
Yeah, it wasn't the Cabal doing that lizard stuff.
No, I was just saying if that's in the books in those general. Books. Yeah.
No, there are lots of freaky, weird sci-fi things.
Lots
of creepy critters and strange physics and stuff like that. And lots of high-concept technology, especially. And people getting brought back to life through that technoloy.
I like how it's trying to transition back into Warhammer, and you just went, no, I'm going to keep talking about The Culture.
Yeah, I wasn't done yet. I had one last feature, because John Grammaticus, I had to bring it back to John, too, because they bring him back to life. He works as a spy for them. And they give him drug glands that let him produce his own drugs, like performance-enhancing drugs within his body. All straight from The Culture. All very similar to the last Culture book I read, by the way, too. Use of weapons. Anyway. Warhammer. We're talking about a Warhammer book. This is Legion. Yeah.
The lizards. Yeah.
The Nerthine lizard fetish, yeah.
Well, the fucking lizard's flooding the house and just eating that one Astartes guy.
Yeah, it was like the scarab beetles from The Mummy meets the compies from Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah. It's just so funny that, wait, there's fucking lizards. Oh no, close the windows. The lizards are coming.
Yeah, it's literally a flood of lizards. And then a big lizard, a big whole lizard.
Dragon. And again, I just gotta let it go. They have a psyker in the Alpha Legion who does fire magic.
Yeah, he's a pyrotelekine or whatever it's called.
Whatever the fuck.
Pyrokine.
Whatever the not magic term is for pyromancer.
Yeah. And he's a good torturer. He's a good brain torturer.
I love that he slaps John Grammaticus down every time John tries to infect someone's mind.
Yeah.
Just instantly gets wrecked.
Shear's a cool name for a scary psychic interrogator guy, though.
Mm-hmm.
Good name.
It's also a mortal that the Alpha Legion treat as one of their own.
Yeah. He's not in Astartes, and yet he is, for all intents and purpose, a member of the Alpha Legion. And to a large extent, so are a lot of the other non-Astartes agents, like Bronzy and eventually Sonica.
Yeah. What else happens in this part? Yeah, we get the Astartes meeting Lord Namatajira. They have a big ceremony about it because it's Astartes. This is what you do, right?
Yeah, Namajira has a peacock cloak. He has a bunch of mechanical arms wielding golden blades. He looks like Shiva, basically.
Right, almost like a fucking tech priest, right?
It's very, very cool description. And then there's the genius tactical guy with an iron circlet and a long flowing cape, and he's hovering on a disc, and his cape is being held aloft by gravimetric forces, and so it looks like he has this huge set of wings. And then the leader of the Thorns has just the most outrageous barbed suit of chromatic armor.
They really go all out for these descriptions on this. This is where Dan's prose kind of works, where he just reiterates stuff happening to you, but it's insane stuff.
Yeah. The huge battle that happens too, the Nerthine final assault. They've got him pinned into one last city, and then there's like this ritual that's been going on within that city for days. It's just screaming and screaming and screaming, and a huge plume of smoke has come out, like this weird fog smoke stuff, and then it disguises just the final onslaught of what is essentially every single Nerthine person left. Charging in one big last suicidal attack against the Imperial armies, and that is a crazy battle.
Yeah, that works.
We got the surprise assault that's like led by lizard cavalry and dudes with foxes and shit.
Monitor lizards.
Giant monitor lizards. Yeah, and there's like regular cavalry, and then they have like guys like giant monitor lizards with with howdahs on their backs, which think like the Mumikil from Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, like that, but lizards. And they've got bows and arrows up on that thing, fighting against these ranks and ranks of troopers with laser carbines, and I really like the laser pikes, the 10-meter long gravimetric stabilized laser pikes that get so like the Nerthines impale themselves on these pikes so deep that like these they snap these like reinforced sci-fi metal things that are being held up with gravity defying energies.
Too many bodies.
They too many bodies. They get like stabbed through like shish kebabs.
Yeah, this is something this book does really well in the way the others haven't. Especially when it's Astartes via Astartes, it's really like this, where it's just charge.
Yeah, and then he swung his sword, and then he shot his gun. Yeah.
This one has defensive lines. They have
describes tactics.
Lines. It describes tactics.
Yes.
Who would have guessed? Battles become more interesting when it's about the tactics and not the individual guy going pew pew pew. There's still some of that, obviously.
And he found one last force of will, and his muscles bunched, and then he stabbed again. And this time he did a flip.
Bronzy doing that.
A little bit of that, and he does have a cool pepper pot sci-fi shotgun pistol thing that blows the head off of one of these elephant-sized lizard monsters in one shot. Pretty sick. Very, very interesting battle. Unique sci-fi concepts that we haven't really seen explored yet. A good blend of like medieval combat and I don't know, modern warfare and weapons.
Yeah, well, it is again doing the other thing though, where it's where are they coming from? Guerrilla warfare against a technologically superior force. Well, in the end, obviously, you just send the Titans in and you just bomb them. You just bomb the terrorist.
Yeah, and
it is win.
It is a pretty like devastating depiction. Visual. Yeah, of they're coming from kilometers off, and then everybody's like, "Oh, why aren't the other vehicles rushing in? Usually they come in one big." Oh, the fucking Titans, and the ground is shaking. The blasts from the recoil of their massive weapons is shaking the desert dust off of their forms. So it looks like they're covered in smoke because so much sand is just being shaken off of these skyscraper-sized machines.
Well, and when they fire the laser bolts, the smoke clears in their area before reforming.
The lights are so bright it blinds everyone who looks, and just bodies blown apart to bits.
But,
crazy.
This was the trap card.
Yep. They were committing suicide, and Nabatir is like literally in the tactics room. Like it's almost like they're committing suicide. Yep, no, they were. That's how black boxes work, I guess.
Black cubes,
sorry.
5 of them in the universe. I assumed this was something important.
I don't know that a black cube is ever described in Warhammer again. This is just a mystery device.
Amazing.
A one-and-done mystery device. A chaos artifact that destroys an entire planet.
And how does it destroy it?
It does.
Question mark?
Yeah, because of the blood that was spilled.
I like that we don't know how it gets destroyed, right? Like, we just don't know.
you just hear the planet literally starts breaking apart. Like the tectonic plates are they're just collapsing, and there's storms coming, and then the planet's destroyed. Yeah, and apparently Namatjira doesn't listen when Alpharius gets the warning from Grammaticus. Hey guys, you gotta get out of here. Planet's blowing up. See, we thought we had more time, but you don't. Get out of here. And the Alpha Legion listen. Another interesting thing about them, they listen.
They listen? They listen? What?
They listen. A man says, hey, I come from an alien alliance of ancient species, and I'm telling you, man, they're going to blow this planet up. We got to get out of here.
And part of it is definitely because they're like, yeah, it makes sense. We've been tracking you and trying to figure out what your deal with. This fits your profile.
Right. Yeah. They're not totally oblivious. And when he brings up chaos, they're like, yeah, we know chaos.
It's good. I like there. We kind of skipped over like John finds the Alpha Legion after being told by the Cabal, hey, you're not giving up on this mission.
Right, he wants to quit.
He wants to quit. He's such a baby.
He fails the infiltration like in two different pretty bad instances. One where he has to kill the Lucifer Black with his super mega kung fu abilities.
Well, and that was after he left a note saying, hey, I'm running around doing stuff, fuckers. Come get me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You thought I was here. Well, guess what? I was.
Maybe next time. Yeah.
Don't write that shit, bro.
But the Alpha Legion listens. Namatjira listens eventually, losing half his troops.
Yeah, they leave the Titans there.
Leaving the Titans, which is especially bad, because now Mars has basically told him, you will never get Titans again. That's a big deal for an army commander.
I like the thought of Mars enforcing its political will that way. That's
me
fun
too.
To me.
It's the first time we've really seen them flex those claws. They can say no. They have nominally, co-rulership of the Imperium with the Council of Terra.
Well,
to an
there's
extent.
Two eagles. Two eagle
shared
heads.
power.
One for the Imperium, one for the Mechanicum, right? That's what the eagle head means.
Also, one looking to the past and one looking to the future.
No, that doesn't make sense to me. It's the other thing.
So I think that really is most of what we see in part 1.
We get Sonica and Bronzy now working for the Alpha Legion doing hijink interrogations.
Yeah, fooling people with careful little bits of trickery.
By pretending to be the biggest dumbasses, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just...
we lost her. Yeah.
We're going
dang
to look
it.
for her. Damn.
Yeah, we drove her out into the middle of the desert, that Roxana, because we thought she was a spy, right? And then, oh man, she got... I do love the excuse they give, though. Where they're like, she got away from you? Like, yeah, because, what is it, Mu is questioning them? Honan Mu, the other...
it's Chain... Chain and Dinas? Dinas? There's like another guy we haven't mentioned that's like Chain's like subordinate. Oh, Boone. It's the Gene
Boone.
Whip.
Franco Boone is the Gene Whip. Dinas is Chain's first name. It's Dinas Chain.
Oh, right. God. There's too many fucking names.
A lot of guys.
They switch between the first and the last names a lot.
When Franco Boone is introduced, I think that was officially the point where I was like, okay, this is too many characters.
Yeah.
But Boone the Gene Whip.
Continue. Yeah, Boone was questioning him again. We should say again too, because Sonica ran away from Boone.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Bronzy brought him back, and Bronzy's like, he was just nervous. Things are weird, and
he just lost his whole unit, man. He's got the PTSDs.
He's got the PTSD.
Yeah, he's like got a bad case of PTSDs. He got spooked. You spooked him. You shouldn't have spooked him. He punched you in the face. He ran away. Hey, but look, I brought him back. He's a good boy.
Like, this is after he just got recruited as an Alpha Legion member.
Yep, not a spy. Definitely not a spy. Don't worry about it. But yeah, but I like what he says.
To him and it works.
When he tricks Boone, I love it. He's like, "How did she get away with you? How do you think she got away from us?" And then Boone's like, "Yeah, okay." Doesn't even ask. They don't have to describe it. I love that, actually. That's a great move. Great. Yeah. How'd she get away from you? How do you think she got away from us? Okay.
That makes sense.
Got me.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then when Moo does question them, he's like, "Well, how would you have gotten away from us?" Or something like that. Like, you would have gotten away from us, wouldn't you? You would have beaten us. She's like, "No, you're right. Yep, you're right. I would have got you guys. You're right. Yeah."
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It is actually kind of funny. Yeah. Good little tricks here and there.
Oh, you guys unauthorized brought a tank like out into the open and then come back? Like,
yep.
It's fine. It's cool. It's normal.
Yeah. Well, it's normal because it's actually respectable. It actually improves their reputation because they're trying to take care of their own internal problems.
This is just the 5-2 Chile.
They caught the spy themselves. They're taking care of it themselves. That's just what you be. That's what you do. Gino before Gene. Gene before Gino. Yeah.
Yeah, Gene before Gino. Company before Imperium. You know.
Yep.
Oh man. They're all so dumb. It's great. Especially my favorite part is all of it gets eventually back to like Lord Navatajira, and he's just like, "Wait, what? This is how you've been handling the investigation?"
Yeah, Chain's kind of like he's like a hunting dog. He just kind of goes for it. No strategy. He's a soldier. And he is not afraid of the Astartes either. That's another interesting thing about Chain. He has like no fear, no hesitation.
Doesn't help him, but he does have no fear.
It takes him all the way to the end, and you know what? He pulls off something pretty cool. Something almost no one can say they've done. But we'll get there. Maybe we should hit the summary for part 2.
Should we get into part 2? Oh, can I be?
Yeah, unless we have any final notes. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about Navatajira. Why does he have eunuch dressers?
Because he's the big boss. Why would he not have eunuchs?
But what? Why? Why?
What is the point of being a fancy commander with gold 8-armed sword weapons and a peacock cape if you can't also have eunuch dressers to dress you up? The whole point is to get eunuchs. You need eunuchs. What is the point of holding court without a eunuch?
What is the point of having a false Roman Empire without the eunuch division?
Bingo.
All right, part 2, the halting site. 5 months later, the fleet arrives at the 42 Hydra system to meet with the Cabal. The Alpha Legion hides the nature of this mission from the fleet. Lord Commander Navatajira has Chain continue the investigations into the espionage of the Alpha Legion. They eventually arrest Bronzy. Through psychic manipulation, John uses Sonica to free himself to express the Alpha Legion's intent to talk to the Cabal.
Or so he thinks.
John rescues Ruxana, who is mentally destroyed by the Alpha Legion's interrogation.
Or so he thinks.
On 42 Hydra, John meets the Cabal and convinces them to talk to the Alpha Legion. Sonica and Ruxana reveal they were just joking and activate a transmitter to teleport the Alpha Legion, who arrive and threaten the Cabal. The Cabal summons a city spaceship that is so impossibly big that it drives onlookers mildly insane. It is also revealed that the Cabal knows the Alpha Legion's big secret. Alfarius and Omegon are both the Primarch because they are twins. Bum, bum, bum. 2 bodies, 1 souls. That's right. Twin magic and Warhammer.
Soul sharing brother boys.
The Cabal shows the Primarchs and Sonica a vision of 2 possibilities. Horus wins and all of humanity dies as Horus is suicidal and will kill them all. Or the Emperor wins and 40k happens and thus the future gets worse. In the war against great men, the Alpha Legion chooses to side with Horus in order to save the future of the galaxy. The Alpha Legion turns on Namatajira and destroys the fleet and the last of the Geno 5-2. They also free Bronzy from torture. After realizing he is the reason humanity will die, John vents himself out into space.
It's great. Honestly, I didn't really know if I liked this book or not until John vents himself into space and specifically has the thought, I hope this is the last time I die.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it made me like totally not give a single fuck anymore about all the dumbass John moments in this entire book. I was like,
It
oh
made
yeah,
me
fuck
realize it contextualizes what the John moments were leading to, right?
yeah.
This is the biggest idiot who creates his own downfall and all of humanity's downfall. It's so wild how fast this back half is. And
Yeah.
it's so fast that it's really weird that one chapter is just Namatajira and Chain just recapping the events of the book.
Yeah, it feels a lot of these moments feel pretty rushed. I think you mentioned the chapters get pretty short. It's kind of scene to scene, chappy. I feel like John being in custody, there's not enough intrigue there. He's just kind of like, although I think it's him being fooled by Sonika and Roxana is pretty funny though.
It's pretty good.
It's a decent twist for the reader because like when you read that Roxana is like just this mind shattered husk because the Alpha Legion just destroyed her through torture is what you're led to believe. You're like, damn, that kind of sucks. That's fucking horrible. That really sucks.
I knew something was up as soon as he uses the command word on Sonika. I was like, oh, okay, Sonika is playing along with this now and is going to lead him into a trap. And then he gets Roxana. I was like, okay, Roxana's in on it too.
It's a fun little twist because like it's
still fun when they go
so much
haha.
Yeah, it's so much better for her to be in on it the whole time than to be mentally broken from torture. It's just so much better.
It's so much better. It's so much better, and
and for her to pull one on him is great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's been pissing and moaning about the danger he put her in and how he should never have done this to her, and she gets one on him.
And she gets her revenge. Like she does the same thing to him.
Yeah.
And it's great. I always forget teleportation's a thing in Warhammer, so when the fucking Alpha Legion just teleports in, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Oh, right.
Yeah, Alpha Legion really likes teleporting. And they do it quite successfully. They successfully trap and will sneak up on and ambush the ancient cabal with super duper future sight.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. They are actually tactically savvy. Again, they're smart boys.
Smart boys.
Yeah, I love the cabal ship, the giant golden rotating
dish?
lotus petal in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it drives everyone on the surface like, oh, that's too big to be. Oh no, my head hurts. This is too.
This is
too
crazy, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
To make a comparison, it's like looking at the polyhedron in Pathologic. You know.
Sure, I'm sure they know. It's a big blooming lotus petal. I like that. They're going to see. They're far seeing into the future. It's been far seen. Yeah.
It also still kind of continues the trend of, well, the Xeno stuff is tending to be like more aesthetically like non-Western, you know?
Yeah.
It's still kind of doing that, which, you know, it's an interesting aesthetic choice.
It is.
I don't know.
For far future psychic sight, I like a lotus petal blooming.
Yeah. I like a lotus petal blooming. I'll just say it.
Yeah. I'll just say it.
I'll just say it. I don't care who's mad at me. I like lotus petals, and I like it when they bloom.
Yeah. Get out of here, lotus haters.
If you're a lotus hater and listening to this podcast, unsubscribe, unfollow. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. You are not ready for the acuity.
No.
A good name for this future Farsight event. Cool. Acuity.
Yeah, the acuity being them showing the vision of what's going to happen.
And it's not even really like described in that much detail. They're just like, yep, here it is. Here's the vision of the future. And they're like, oh, I see it. I don't want to see it.
And the Primarchs are like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. Damn, you're right. It is real.
The Primarchs are like, oh, fuck. Okay, damn. And then the humans are like, no.
Yeah.
It's a fun dichotomy. I truly was not expecting the twist of them being twins. It blew me the fuck away.
Omegon and Alfarius. Yeah, it is revealed because the Cabal says, we've come to speak to the Primarch. Alfarius steps forward, and they're like, we want to talk to the whole Primarch. Because the whole Primarch is two boys. Omegon
one
is
soul.
The twin. Yeah. The twin Primarchs.
It's so good. It's so good. Twin magic. Twin magic is stupid, but it is perfectly like soap opera that it belongs in Warhammer.
And it's what I really like about it is that it's not just like soap opera twins. It's soap opera twins, and everybody within that Legion knows, but no one outside of the Legion knows. No non-Alpha Legion members know that there are two Primarchs. And it's sometimes, in some parts of the lore, it's not even clear if the Emperor knows there's two of them. And that's interesting.
That would rule.
Yeah.
All right, new Emperor fact. Doesn't know how many boys he has, maybe.
Well, that's not established in this one. I think that's a later
Well, you
thing,
just told me an Emperor fact. I mean, my Emperor facts includes things
it's
that haven't
go
been
on there.
established.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I got at least 1K of psychics keep him fed. Well fed.
That's a 40K fact. Yeah.
I like the planet 42 Hydra, which is a goop planet.
A goop planet? Well, it's only goopy because the Cabal has been terraforming for a very long time this spot, so that when they meet the Alpha Legion here, the Alpha Legion can breathe on this spot because it's terraformed for humans to breathe here.
Yeah,
in this one zone on this planet. And it's because no other life on that planet can live in a human breathing atmosphere, everything dies when it comes in contact with that newly terraformed area. And so it's slowly dissolving and turning into organic goop because they can't sustain themselves in that environment.
Oh, I just thought it was like everything outside of that sphere was goopified. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't think so. I think the goop is from the dead bodies of the creatures that are supposed to be living on that planet but can't live there in that area now.
Because the Cabal's been planning this for hundreds of years?
I guess. And they chose the planet Hydra as a sign of respect, and Alfarius is like, well, I hope we can expect more than this kind of childish bullshit from dealings with you guys in the future, because this is dumb.
Yes, this is stupid.
The Hydra system, what? Okay, woo. Yeah.
There was an actual line in this book that made me laugh out loud.
Give it to us.
Hasn't happened. Well, it's just when they're a lot of it's annoying, but when Bronzy is talking to his troops to get them ready for the drop, he like calls out one of them, just like, now, does anyone have any questions? And not about fruit.
Oh, yeah.
And one guy's
not about local provisioning of fruit supplies. Guy's like, I like fruit.
And I don't know why, but that got me.
Yeah, I mean, although we don't really see much that is all that dynamic in the characters of this book, they are very human. Like, they feel kind of real.
Well, they have a whole bunch of inside jokes and like games and activities that they share together, and
this is a lived-in universe.
Them out. Yeah,
yeah.
And then they get wiped out when the atmosphere goes away.
Yeah.
Rip. Rip.
Pretty. Yeah. I mean, it's a painful sacrifice, right? Like was set up at the beginning. Yeah.
And if anything, Bronzy getting arrested was the only thing that saved him.
Right. Yeah. Arrested and horribly tortured. Yeah.
Right. They had okay. I was confused. Did they have a machine that just automatically ripped off all of his clothes? Is that?
No, they ripped off his clothes and then fed his clothes into a machine that shredded them. as I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, thought I read it in a way. I'm like, wait, they have a machine that specifically derobes you and rips it up.
I don't think that's how I remember it. Yeah.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right because my way is insane. Like, all right, put your hand in here. Why? Just do it. Puts hand in, rips out all your clothes. I love them destroying the fleet. Namatajira's fleet. Who is so mad. He's trying to contact the Alpha Legion throughout all this part. Like, hey, you said we were part of this operation together. I'm trying to contact you. You won't answer my calls. What the fuck? I like that they kept hinting at, oh, there's a battle barge named Alpha, but it's off somewhere doing something else right now.
Yeah, because when this is kind of cool. It seems like the flagship of the Alpha Legion, it's not a battleship, like seems to be the case for all the other legions. It's a battle barge. The Beta, I was like, well, that makes me think, where's the Alpha? It's disengaged elsewhere. Yeah. And they've got the Alpha and the Beta, so they have two flagships of their fleet for their two Primarchs, and one is always sneakily hidden somewhere else. In this case, on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, on the other side of the planet to fuck you up.
Yeah,
it rules. I like the one guy on the ship's like, that is a battle barge. We can't kill that.
Yeah, Nabatajira's like, everything you've got, fire everything you've got at that ship. And he's like, it's an Astartes battle barge. I think it's literally just what he says. It's an Astartes battle barge. And they don't even bring its shields down. They don't even bring its shields down, firing everything the fleet has at this one battle barge. And then the other one shows up, and then they're just completely fucked.
Yeah, they just get massacred.
Yeah, and instead of one big final battle, which I know you love. I know you love your big climactic final. You just love those.
I'm thinking about Fulgrim and the drop site massacre. I love 2 chapters, 40 pages of battle.
Instead, here, we've just got this surgical strike done in a few very efficient moments.
Well, it's just cool. It's just kind of cool.
Yeah, it demonstrates the superiority of the Alpha Legion and the fulmination of their secret tactics.
Yeah, it demonstrates what happens when you, use, like, secrecy and subterfuge to attack an enemy who is dumb.
Use your brain, dummies. Yeah.
I love them rescuing Bronzy and Sonika being like, I got you, bro, forever. We're bros.
Yeah.
But also the Alpha Legion guy going, you're one of us. We're gonna rescue you. Like,
yeah, you are one. You're part of us. You are one of the heads attached to the same body, dude.
It's great.
We are the Hydra. Yeah,
we are the Hydra. It's great. I would honestly, it's wild how much the Alpha Legion coming away with being one of my favorite legions.
Oh, for sure. Although I know this book did not grip me all that much, and I completely forgot about it when I listened to it the one time I listened to it, I do distinctly remember walking away from this book thinking, well, damn, the Alpha Legion's pretty fucking cool. And they are kind of the best. They're still definitely one of my favorite legions, in competition for my favorite legion.
I'm still a diehard for the Emperor's Children. I love all them messy evil boys.
Me too. They're a top contender for me too. But Alpha Legion comes out as definitely one of the coolest loyalist factions.
They choose to side with Horus.
They choose to side with Horus in the war, but for the sake of the Emperor, because as they say, I will always be loyal to the Emperor, and the Emperor's war is a war against chaos. So that's why I'm going to take Horus's side in the heresy.
Great.
And that's cool.
That's just great. It's great having characters have a different view on this war instead of good, bad.
Yeah. And that's a painful sacrifice. Like they're fighting for the Emperor, and they know they're going to have to try and destroy him and kill him. That's cool. That's interesting.
I'm really rooting for them. I really hope this happens.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly,
who knows if 40K happens?
Yeah, I can't.
It really
predict.
is funny. It's just like you got 2 routes.
We've still got like 60 books to go. I mean, who knows what can happen?
Who knows what could happen? Who knows how the Horus Heresy ends? Who would know
not me.
this?
Yeah, not me. Yeah.
Not even me.
Yeah. Who could?
Who could? God.
There's a final hand-to-hand combat between Shane and Alfarius, and it's kind of cool. Like, Alfarius actually is like, "Whoa, dude, hey, not bad. You got a stab on me. You got your blade in my side, but that'll be your only hit." And then just instantly cuts him in half.
Yeah, just splits him in half with his sword.
Yeah, so good.
I like stylistically something we haven't mentioned is the telekinesis is indicated by plus signs.
Oh yeah, when psychic abilities are used, you got plus sign, the name of what's happening, plus sign.
That's never happened before, so I'm curious of what led to that decision.
That will be returned to again. You'll see that used in Warhammer.
This is a book that I probably highlighted the least, and no thing really jumped out of me as much as I wished.
Yeah, it's surface level characters, surface level plots, plot points. Not a lot to react to, but it's one thing we haven't really mentioned yet is I kept almost saying this and then I don't think I said it. The Alpha Legion's perspective on the Great Crusade is that it's a utopian ideal and that's never going to happen, and the Emperor's ultimate vision of perfection for the universe is not possible. We do not actually believe in the Great Crusade, but we believe in fighting it because it's a noble ideal. Right. It's the best we could do. That's an interesting take. And that left me with something to reflect on. But I would agree, as a whole, there's not a great deal of depth in this novel, but there's a lot of intrigue and interest.
Things happening.
Interesting things happening. Do we have any final points? Any last shout outs to this story?
It's really weird whenever a soldier derogatorily calls another soldier a girl in this book with women in command.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was just something I kept thinking about. I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah. It's there are other army regiments in the Great Crusade that have lots of women in them. It's not like there aren't women in these armies. That we've seen Sisters of Silence too. They're very important female soldiers.
It's so weird why they do it too. It's the There's
your commanders are literally
5-2.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe it's because they're only usually in command, but the Uxors are clearly combat ready too, though.
Yeah. One thing I just cannot get over is we didn't even use the words that Grammaticus uses specifically to describe the teenage Uxors.
Oh God!
But I mean, he specifically says they have feeble and immature psychic ability. Feeble and immature are the words he chooses. They have chitter chatter minds. The sound of their minds is that of chitter chatter.
The passive Western teen girl hate is just strong in this.
They have unwholesome minds, gruesomely promiscuous. That is literally, those are the words chosen. They are gruesomely promiscuous, and they have lurid, shallow thoughts.
I wish he was the only one that expressed these sort of thoughts about them too, because it would really work if this was a just John Grammaticus position.
Yeah, but it's a shared perspective.
It's a shared perspective, even amongst the other Uxors.
Yes.
Which you were like this. Not even that long ago, because you peak at 28.
You were just like this. Yeah.
You were just like this.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a lore question. I paused when I saw this. What the fuck is the concussion age?
Concussion weapons.
Okay. I just thought I don't know. I don't know. My first immediate thought went to, and I know it wasn't right, but it went to, this was the age in which everyone had so much head trauma they were basically concussed.
Yeah, a concussion weapon is... What is a concussion weapon?
You know,
In
it's the ones that knock
Warhammer,
you out.
so in Warhammer they are a specific thing. Like they're, but I think they're only, yeah, those are Leagues of Votan. That's new lore. So
it's
not
just
old.
funny. It's just funny to name an age the concussion age,
yeah, it is.
because it really does sound like everyone was so concussed.
I think it's
people
meant
just
more
kept
to,
hitting their heads. It sucked.
yeah. This is
Technology halted.
it's the NFL age.
The NFL age. Welcome to the
Yep.
CTE age.
Any final thoughts? I think I've reached the end of my notes.
I do like. I've been kind of like wondering: is the human race a net good or a net evil in this world?
Well, according to the Cabal, they are technically a net good in that their extinction will collapse chaos forever.
Right. More kind of. It just seems like humanity can only be good or evil depending on the great man that rules it. Is really kind of what I came to the conclusion to. It truly is about who is in charge of man. That is the issue of man.
Yeah. I mean, these are not the most politically agile authors, maybe. So
Right,
it
right,
really
well,
is just great. It's just more great man
Well,
theory. That's
also
all most people
melodramatic,
know.
right? A
Sure.
great man story does make it more melodramatic. This is where you get your Palpatine and Luke style, like.
Right.
Sorry, another thing I thought was funny was after the Alpha Legion stick up the Cabal. Sonika and Rook Sana, they go, we're not important anymore, are we, huh? Yep, seems like we run out of things to do in this book. Damn, that's crazy. I guess we'll just watch from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have this many characters, it's hard to find a balance with them, that's for sure.
What have we got ourselves into, Peto? She asked. He smiled. I really don't know anymore. We played our parts. I don't believe we matter at all now. A great destiny is being shaped, I think. Can't you feel it? The weight of the future ages hanging over us? Absolutely, she said.
Yep. I sure can.
Yep, I sure can. It sure does feel like we're in a Warhammer book. Sonika.
Feels like interesting times, huh?
God. Fucking Nemio, may you live
Yeah,
in interesting
callback. Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Just coming out of nowhere. Yeah, that's it for me and my Legion thoughts.
Next episode, we'll see you in a month for Battle for the Abyss by Ben Counter. Battle for the Abyss. My brother, my enemy.
Yeah, gotta say, this is the most colorful and probably most visually interesting cover we have had yet.
Yeah. Looks real heresy to me. Looks like a civil war to me. And it's
does.
bright, and there's blue and red. Yeah, we're gonna see some Ultramarines. We're gonna see some Word Bearers. It's a book I haven't read.
Cover?
Yeah, do it. I've never read this one before. I think this is the first
Same.
book we've seen in the series that I have no experience with at all.
Oh, that's exciting. So
Yeah.
both of us, we're gonna both be lost. Not really,
Yeah.
but you know.
Well, it's lore. It's lore I know, but it's a story I haven't read.
Yeah. News of Horus's treachery is in the open, and a time of testing has come. As Horus deploys his forces, loyalist Astartes learn that the word bearers are sending a fleet to Ultramar. Ultramar?
Yes. Yeah, for the Ultramarines. That's where the Ultramarines are
No.
from. To the realm of
No.
Ultramar.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Home of the Ultramarines.
Yup.
Fucking Christ. Unless they
So
can
it's-
intercept and destroy it, the Ultramarines may suffer a blow from which they will never recover. Battle for the Abyss continues the epic tale of the Horus Heresy, a galactic civil war that threatens to bring about the extinction of humanity, which we know would be a good thing.
Yes. And you get to finally meet the big blue boy himself, Rowboat Girly Man.
What?
No, Rabute Gilliman. The
Rowboat Girly Man. Let's go.
Yeah. He's got lots of funny names. He's probably, other than Harris, other than Horus Heresy, he's got to be the most famous Primarch. He is
really?
also.
I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah, Rabute Gilliman is the Ultramarines are like the poster boy Space Marine faction. They're the blue Space Marines you see on virtually all advertisements and packaging for Space Marine models. They're almost always blue guys with horseshoe emblems, inverted. The Omega inverted. The symbol of Ultramar.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
They're awful.
a little
They're
upset.
so boring.
I'm a little upset looking at this Word Bearers Legion Dramatis Personae list, and where's Erebus? Hello.
This is Corferon's game, I think, isn't it? Is he on that list?
No.
Who's on it? I don't have it in front of me.
Zadkiel, Balianos, Ekathalion, Raskiel, Malforian, Ultis.
Okay, so I don't know any of these characters, so this will be interesting.
This is going to be so interesting. Hell yeah. I'm excited for this just for that reason. Not excited to get the boring Marines, but you know what? Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're actually cool. Maybe they're cool in this book that I haven't read before. And this is Ben Counter again. He was book 3 for us.
No, Eisenstein.
No, Ben Counter wrote
3 is Abnett, right?
Ben Counter wrote Galaxy in Flames. That was book 3.
Oh, man, I have...
James Swallow wrote Eisenstein, and that's book 4.
Oh, my God, I can't keep track of these fuckers.
Well, then buckle up, because our next book is book 8 of, again, 66 books?
64.
Whatever, yeah. We'll see you next time, friends.
And for the next 5 years.
For that one. Probably. Yeah.
If this project keeps going, I mean, I'm not stopping. We're going to do it.
I mean, maybe we'll speed up. Who knows?
Jesus Christ, no.
No, probably not. God, no. All right. We love you. Be safe. Goodbye.
Also, listen to Club Flashpoint, and we had a Rogue Trader episode. Bye.
Oh, yeah, Rogue Trader. Too many games. Too many books. Goodbye.